For almost the entire history of this planet, the story of life has had only one author, just one, and that author was nature. It's a story told over immense timescales, a story of silent, sprawling, and totally unconscious change.
4 billion years. I mean, just let that number sink in. That's how long this process has been playing out. A stretch of time so vast our minds can barely even grasp it. Evolution just working, slowly, patiently, with no goal, no guide, no plan at all.
Its only tools were random chance and sheer survival. Life changed, literally, accident by accident. Just a long, unbroken chain of trial and error, stretching all the way back to the dawn of life.
Because for the very first time in those 4 billion years, something has fundamentally changed. The pen, the very tool that writes the story of life, has been passed to a new author, us.
Now, the key to this incredible revolution wasn't something we just invented out of thin air. It was actually a secret we discovered hidden away inside some of the simplest life forms on Earth.
It's called CRISPR. And what is it? Well, it's an ancient immune system, something that bacteria have perfected over eons to fight off viruses. So this incredible, futuristic technology we now have, it was originally nature's own microscopic weapon.
And the way it works is it's beautiful. So first, a virus attacks a bacterium. It injects its DNA. The bacterium then does something amazing. It grabs a little snippet of that viral DNA, like a genetic mugshot, and stores it for later. So if that same virus ever comes back, the bacterium uses that mugshot to guide a protein, these molecular scissors called Cas9, to find the intruder's DNA and just snip. It cuts it up, neutralizing the threat. It's elegant, it's precise, and it is absolutely ruthless.
So then, in 2020, two scientists, Jennifer Doudna and Emmanuelle Charpentier, had a monumental breakthrough, one that won them the Nobel Prize. They figured out how to reprogram this ancient bacterial system. They turned nature's weapon into a universal tool for all of humanity.
And with that one discovery, we as a species got our hands on something with almost unbelievable power. We now had a way to edit the very code of life itself.
You know, the true power of this thing is its precision. With CRISPR, we can go into the vast library of a genome, find one specific sequence, and not just cut it, we can remove it, we can replace it, or we can even just tell it to be quiet and silence it. It's basically like having a find and replace function for biology.
And the implications of that, they're just profound. Hereditary conditions like sickle cell anemia or certain types of inherited blindness, diseases that for all of history were just a permanent sentence written at birth, now they can potentially be corrected. This offers a totally new kind of hope, the choice to actually rewrite a faulty line of code.
This really is the fundamental shift, isn't it? For 4 billion years, evolution was random. It was a game of chance. Now, for the first time in history, it can be intentional, it can be directed, it can be designed.
But with this kind of godlike power comes an almost unbearable tension. The ability to do so much good is always shadowed by the potential for profound misuse. The promise is always tangled up with the peril.
And in 2018, that peril became reality. A scientist, He Jiankui, crossed a line, a bright red line the entire global scientific community had agreed not to cross. He announced he had edited the DNA of human embryos, which resulted in the birth of twin girls. He didn't just edit cells in a lab dish, he edited the human germline. That means he made changes that could be passed down for all future generations. And just like that, what was once a theoretical, ethical debate became a shocking reality. As one source put it perfectly, designer babies were no longer science fiction. They were here.
In that moment, the entire global conversation had to change. The technical question, can we do this? Well, that had been answered. And it was replaced by a much, much harder question. Should we?
Because the line between therapy and enhancement, it's incredibly thin. If you can edit out a gene for a disease, what's to stop someone from editing in a gene for something desirable? Higher intelligence maybe, specific physical traits, or even a re-engineered lifespan. Where does it stop?
And this brings us right to the ultimate question, the question of responsibility. The story of life is no longer being written for us. We're the ones holding the pen now.
You can almost see the two paths diverging in front of us. On one path, we use this tool to cure devastating genetic disorders, to remove that suffering from family trees forever. But on the other path, we start chasing an idea of perfection, potentially creating a new and frankly terrifying form of biological inequality between the enhanced and the unenhanced.
Because at the end of the day, CRISPR itself, it isn't moral or immoral. It's not good. It's not evil. It is simply power, raw biological power. And it just amplifies the intentions of whoever happens to be wielding it.
Think about it. For the entire vast history of life on this planet, nature wrote the code. Slowly, blindly, beautifully. And now, in what amounts to a cosmic blink of an eye, that authorship has changed. Which leaves us with the final, haunting question. We now have the technical ability to direct our own evolution. But have we as a species evolved the wisdom, the foresight, and the morality to control it?